Alas, we have returned. Good to see well, that was loud. Good to see everybody. Welcome back to Crypto After Dark. I'm Carolina Keith, regular Keith, Keith the Simp, not Keith. I can't stand Keith. I only watch Keith because he's usually right about charts because they have an entire team of guys that come up with really great answers about charts and they want everybody to make as much money as possible. But I still don't like them. Well, it's good to see you too. Let's get all the way off into it. Thursdays are my favorite time of the week because we get to come on here and chill out for a solid hour on Not Crypto Before Dark, but Crypto After Dark. Hope everyone had a great Wednesday afternoon. I'm going to start off by pouring myself a little drinky poo, in the words of Jim Leahy. I've got out my baller crystal set. I've got out the sphere ice. Damn, that was loud too. And I got out a little Samuel T. Bryant Tennessee Sam moonshine. Been saving this, hadn't drank any, but I think the occasion is just about right. Don't y'all think? So, drinky poo time. No flavors added. Just straight up moonshine. I hope you guys had an awesome Wednesday and a great Thursday afternoon. But let's get off into it. Salute. Ooh, little iced moonshine. All right. So, going to talk tonight about what defines a bear market line. What defines a trend line? Why do we use them? What point do they make? What are we going to gain from learning how to do this? What is this going to show us that we don't already know? Nose is itching. Well, it's important that we talk about this stuff because it's crucial. In fact, lately, we've seen some very interesting developments that have helped us further understand what may or may not be happening. We're going to dive off in that right after we say hey to everyone and tell you, real quick, go hit the like button. They're free here, all right? We're getting close to 10,000 people on YouTube. I've been made aware recently that YouTube doesn't give the same alerts that it used to for us because we just went through an entire bear market where nobody hardly made any money, right? Now, you saved a lot of money if you were here, but this doesn't get shared around enough. We don't have enough people watching. We don't get enough likes. We don't get enough comments. So flood the friggin' chat with comments. Go hit like, share this around to all your social media platforms. What's the worst that's going to happen? Someone's going to tell you that crypto's a scam. Oh, like everything isn't a scam already? Come on. So the more likes we get, the higher up YouTube pushes us up their algorithm chain. I'll say this. Recently, we've had a massive influx of people in our Discord. Whether they're bots or not, I don't know. If I look at the join dates and the creation dates, they're much different than the previous bot attacks we've had. So some of them may be bots. I don't think all of them are. We've had a massive influx of people recently, and I want to see that continue on the YouTube side of things because the Google machine helps us out a lot. Again, the like button is free. Go hit like, hit subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you like what you see. Who's in here? Let's go say hey. Mr. Mullet right on top. Salute Mr. Mullet. If it wasn't for Mullet and people like Mullet, we wouldn't be here today. Own that shit. I've met Mr. Mullet. Super cool dude. Glad we got to hang out. All right. So he says the bear market line is in the woods. It's very long. Bears are at the shores right now. The bear trade is running thin. That's pretty good because if you're a trade worker, you understand that trade work is extremely limited right now because there's not enough people. Ghost got screwball whiskey with strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper. Holy shit, listen to that. If you don't know, now you know. Brother, DM me that recipe. Whew, that sounds good. Big Texas. Let's fucking go start the movie. Ever Forward, good to see you. Manolo, Frank, Damian Watkins, Poochie. Nothing to see here. How's everybody doing tonight? Pretty damn good, brother. Miss Kelly Slade. Hola, mi amiga. Nah, I've probably screwed that up, but senorita. Miss Costa Rica Kelly, good to see you. Dynamis, what's up, Dean? Good to see you, brother. I've been on the sidelines for a while. Hope to get some clarity about what to do with my sideline capital. No pressure, Keith. Never is any, brother. Don't worry. I work better under pressure. What's up, ED? Good to see you, brother. Frank. Bill Childers, what's up, my guy? Bit boring lately. Yeah, I get it. Marco Banzuich. I see you know how to enjoy. Cheers, brother. I have a whole section of liquor right over here beside this desk. You can't see it because the camera's not pointed over there, but I've got Doritos right here. I've got Doritos sitting right here, right over there, and some Tostino's salsa chips. Big Tex cued me into some salsa. I ordered six. I ordered 6 jars because it was a good deal, and the shit's really good. So I've got that plus a whole table full of liquor over here, different kinds. I've got rums, whiskeys, tequilas, mixers, Japanese sake, scotch, a little bit of everything. Moonshine. We know what to do over here. Ayo Smoto, good to see you. E4 Rockin', what's up, brother? Myzel, Papa Nick, what's good, my friend? Lou D-O-double-G, Daya, Paulo K, Merc, Abba, 47 Merc. I'm just going to say Merc. I think that's Merc from the Discord. Good to see you, brother. All right, so let's dive off into this. First things first, I always preach this to everyone, right? I always start off by saying work from the high time frames down. And what do I mean by high time frames down? What do I mean is start on a high time frame like a monthly or a weekly, get the overall trend of everything of what's going on. And after you've done that, work your way down to the weekly or the daily. And if you really, really want to stare at charts every day, go down lower than that. But I don't think that's necessary, honestly. I think you could probably just start in the, monthly, weekly, daily region and not go any lower than that for the average person, which is what we all are. We're just average people, but we have above average intelligence. So first things first, we've established that we had an entire awful bear market for the whole year of 2022. How do we tell what is a bear market and what is a bull market? Well, I'm going to use the chart that you see right here in front of you as an example of how to do so. Trends, which are uptrend or downtrend, are identified by 2 things: higher highs and higher lows, which is an uptrend, or lower highs and lower lows, which is a downtrend. Downtrend is what we had for the last year. Let me elaborate a bit. I'll show you here what I'm talking about. We had this high, which was in, wrong thing. I didn't mean to do text. I meant to be doing drawings. November 21, that was our high. Fairly obvious to see. Moving to the right, which is the way we look at charts, from left to right, we see that we had a low right here on April 22. No problem. A high and a low is perfectly fine. Following that, we had a lower high. That is halfway to a downtrend. In order to break this, we need to form a higher low, which would be higher than this one, or continue up and make a higher high above this level. Right? You could argue that if you were starting back here, this is a higher low, which it was, but it was also a lower high, which wasn't any good. So we're stuck in this downtrend. The next move we get is this very dramatic drop. This very dramatic drop was a lower high that confirms we had a downtrend, followed by that was a lower low, followed by a lower high shortly after that, more down. Now here we did get a higher low. That was nice, but then we followed that in with a lower high, all part of the downtrend, followed by another lower low. All this was a big, massive downtrend. Not great. The old limp dick pattern, right? All this was a massive erectile dysfunction. So since we know we had a big bear market, we can use our candle wicks to mark out our trend lines to be able to identify what was bear market and what was bull market. All this back here was clearly bull market. We're aware of that. What we do know is we had a bear market after that. We use all of our wicks from the very tip top to the first lower high, which is our downtrend. And we can extend this line to infinity and beyond, or just infinity if you don't like Toy Story. But I happen to love Toy Story. And if we pull it to infinity, what do we notice? Everything's under this trend line that we just identified as a downtrend. And just recently, we've started to peek our head above that line. This is what signifies that we're no longer in a bear market. Now, how would we signify that we're no longer in a bear market and we flip to a bull market? Well, in order for it to be a bull market, we need to invert those rules. We need higher highs and higher lows and higher highs and higher lows over and over again and create that uptrend. So far, what we have so far is we had our low down here, which was cool, and then we have our high. We haven't got that lower high yet. That higher low, which would be, here's the first low, here's the second low. That higher low hasn't necessarily happened yet. We think this may be it, But if that's the case, it's going to be really tiny. That this would be the high, and this would be the higher low, and this would be the higher high. There's a possibility that that's correct. However, this is very tight price action like this. It's a little worrisome to me because I'm not sure if that's actually one move or if that's two moves. So what I'm left with here is to see that, yes, I have broken this bear trend, which is great. And I may or may not have formed an uptrend yet. So what I can do is I can draw a trend line on the bottom, which signifies that I know I've got some kind of point up there that I can draw this line to. And I'll watch and see, does this line I'm about to draw fail? So as we see here, we have this line that is fairly clear. It's riding up. It's not very long. It's only about 9 candles. And since that's the case, we can drop down to daily here, see it a little closer. Now, if you go down to daily, you can see very clearly we have this low, followed by this high, followed by this higher low, and what appears to be a higher high. So what do we need to signify that we're for sure on the way? Well, this point of contention right here where these two lines cross would be an excellent point. It would be an excellent point for the whole process to bounce right here, right along this circular point right here where this X is, which is exactly what I had pointed to in the thumbnail. If this creates a higher low, again, which this appears to be our first one, if we can get one more in this area, anywhere in here, that is the most ideal, perfect look. And this is total market cap. This is every single crypto all added together, right? Beautiful, beautiful. I need to see this break. Now, there are some that haven't, depending on the different asset that you're looking at. Some of these have not even created an uptrend yet. However, total market cap, which is the entire sum of them, would be breaking that bear market and not necessarily be bull market, but be a reversal of that bear market in the opposite direction. Now, obviously, we know our bull markets happen toward the end of the year and toward the beginning of the halvening years, which is next year, not this year. It's a mathematical certainty, which we'll go over again in a minute. However, what I'm looking to see here is to give us this third bounce on this trend line, which hasn't happened yet. We had one hit down here, our second hit right here. That third touch on the trend line is crucial. If and when we get that third touch on the trend line, that solidifies everything that's happening here. What would the number be for this particular spot to get here? The ideal, perfect, oh my God, amazing number will be 1.015 trillion. And why do I have that number there? Well, it happens to be right where they intersect. But if I pull the Fibonacci retracement on this from this low to this high, and I pull this over to the side and just give it a good look here, right at the 50 fib, right at the 50 fib, which is a continuation fib, would be the point where I would want to see this thing bounce right there, 1.016 trillion. Perfect. Show me you got it. Show me you can do it. Then I'll be more convinced that we're over this the bearishness, we're over it, and that we're on our way moving up. Now, I'm not certain that's going to happen right now, but I will say this is a daily chart, and we have until what looks to be about March the 2nd or the end of February, which is what, a few days away. So think about that. Think about that we could be toward the end of this last little pullback. If we can get through this and bounce on that trend line, that would be ideal. And you'll continue to see all your other coins move up more market cap come into the whole space, into the crypto space, and more money influx, thus moving the chart farther up. It has nothing to do with people. It has nothing to do with the news. It has nothing to do with any of that. Only thing you're getting right now is bad news regarding crypto. Yet, market cap is increased by billions and billions of dollars. So take that for what you need to and understand that the chart has the answer. I hope that everyone took something from that because I kind of recorded it because I want to maybe chop that up and put it on Twitter. But the point of this is there's ideal setups here to be had. I don't guarantee that we're going to get that number. If we can stay above all this stuff right here, that's perfect. I would love to stay above it all. We don't have a guarantee that that's going to happen. I would love for this thing to stay above this 382 fib that you see right here. We stay above that. That is primo. That's primo, cream of the crop price action. I don't have a guarantee that's going to happen. So I lean more toward pessimism all the time. This way I keep grounded and I don't get a big head or get too cocky. I'm going to lean toward that 1 trillion-ish flat number, okay? 1.01 trillion. It just makes good common sense to me, all right? I want to show you now references of other charts, but I wanted to start with total market cap so everyone kind of understand what I was seeing there. We can kind of go around the whole spectrum of everything, but that was first. If you haven't done so, please go hit like. We have 42 people on, 25 people have hit like. Everyone needs to go hit like. Why not? Go retweet me on Twitter. I put it on Twitter that we were doing this live stream. Go hit retweet it a bunch, and we'll get the whole algorithm working, okay? All right, so let's see what people are saying real fast. Like, Beast Mode, hello, ladies and gents. What's up? Good to see you, Beast Mode. All right, so Beast Mode, probably not the same. Good to see you though. Shep Stacks, what's up, my friend? Good to see you. Ronan, your twin always seems down. That's pretty good. So let's move on and look at some other charts that have a similar spread, similar look here, but maybe haven't succeeded yet. And I'm going to start with Ethereum, and I'm going to use the Ethereum CME chart. Now, I just showed you that the overall total market cap was over this big yellow line right here that you see. Ethereum is still under. This is the same point of interest, which is Q4 2021, to where we are now. You just saw total market cap over the yellow line. Ethereum still has not done it. It still has not broken through that key level right there, which would give us the, aha, here we go. Look. Now, the good news is, even if it does fail here, we have some support. Some price action could hold up right here around, what is that, 1300 to 1250. We have good support there just in case this thing decides to fail. And there's even some support up here also, but if worst case Ontario comes, 1250 becomes a level of support that I like, which would also give us our third bump on this trend line down here somewhere. Because you see we have maybe one or two back here. Maybe this is a third. Maybe it's just a second. So it would give us our third bump on the trend line right there, and I would appreciate that very much if that happened. But we have not gotten over this line. Now, if you look at Ethereum on exchange charts like Binance or Coinbase or Kraken, you're going to see that this trend line is already broken. What we've noticed about the CME charts is they seem to be a little smoother and a little touch more accurate than the regular exchange charts, even though they turn off and there's a bit of a delay. Now look at Bitcoin CME chart. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way for you here, because I use this chart all the time. All right, similar story here for Bitcoin. However, as you see, we've broken that big bear trend where it was all underneath this line for Ethereum. As you see, Bitcoin's clearly outclassed Ethereum at this point. Clearly broken the bear trend, done exactly what I want to see Ethereum do. Look at that. And the rest of total market cap. Let me put these on a side by side for you real fast. I think that's best. All right, let's go to, what is this on? This is on daily. Well, let's put total crypto cap on daily. Let's remove all the indicators on any of those. Let's zoom her on out here. Like that, like so. Kind of like that. Let's pull us a big Fibonacci line. Or not a Fibonacci line, a big humongous trend line right here. Total market cap, you see, broken right there on total crypto cap. But Ethereum has not done that yet. I want to see the big back test, just like Ethereum did on that trend line right there. Well, hit the wrong button. I want to see it do the exact same thing there. Can you come down and give that X right there a touch for me? Because if you could, that'd be really amazing. You see it right there. Let me zoom in for you. Bitcoin already did this move. It already came down, gave the crossing a kiss and moved up. Total market cap, where you at? Give that crossing a kiss and move up right here. Boy, that'll break some hearts, wouldn't it? It would hurt people's feelings that this move took so long to happen. But boy, I'm going to love it. I would absolutely be down for that. DTF. And if you older folks here don't know what DTF means, I need you to go Google that. So This is what I want to see. This is the perfect setup. And this would likely propel Ethereum up over that trend line where we want to see it go anyway. So there's my thought process. That's the way I see it. I'd really like for this to succeed. And again, we can put this up to Ethereum and you can see the side-by-side difference. We simply have not performed as well on Ethereum. I would like it to, just ain't there yet. Are there any other examples? Well, yes, there are. We'll go back to singles here, and I'll pull up XRP for you. Everybody's favorite. The greatest digital asset ever created, XRP. Grow up. It's all Gary Gensler's fault. It's all Anthony Pompliano's fault. Like, Jesus Christ, everybody grow up. Supposed to be a grown-ass man on YouTube acting like you're the best, most amazing XRP researcher ever. And the best thing you can do is constantly blame everybody else for your failures. That is delusion. All right, so same situation here for XRP. As you see, we can pull this all the way back to the same time frame, Q4 2021. Big bear line has done nothing but snap, crackle, and pop along the way. In case you remember, a couple months back when I said this move right here wasn't what you thought it was, and everything rolled back over and come back down. I remember that. It's almost as if the 786 assassins told you this was going to happen, and it happened. Maybe you should listen. Maybe you should understand that we're not doing this to make you feel bad. We're doing this to help you save money and make more money. It's about family here. It's about making the best decisions possible amongst a consensus of your peers. That's what we do every single day. We strive to take that to the next level and a little farther every time that we can. Same situation on XRP. Hasn't broken this big bear line. Really want to see this big bear line break before I say, hey, here we go. And it just hasn't done it yet. As we have warned you before, XRP is a habitual line stepping underperformer. And if you don't know what a habitual line stepper is, I want you to Google that shit too, because you'll have a good laugh out of it. XRP, I will say this is threatening to break it. If we put our indicators up here and we put an 821 EMA up there, you'll see it was not too bad, but now it's dancing around with the devil on failing here. Not to mention, we are under that 200-day red moving average right there. You hate to see it, folks. You really hate to see it. We need that over that red line. Over, and it's not. Are there assets that are over? Yes, there are. Damn near all of them. But XRP is not. Always dragging ass. As we say in the South, I have two little boys, right? As we say in the South, when little boys are goofing off and we want to embarrass them a little bit without giving them too much trouble, we say, y'all ever playing grab ass? XRP is a habitual grab asser. XRP is a habitual grab asser. I wish it wasn't, and I wish everybody would be rich, but that's just not how the real world works, everybody. I need you to get your head out of the clouds and understand that I'm not here to hurt your feelings or make you feel bad. I just want to help you make and save as much money as I possibly can. There are other assets that are a little wonky, right? Doge is a great example, and I still have some of the awful tweets up from some of the idiots of the crypto space. Feel free to make fun of them if you will. They all bought right here. They all bought that up there. Remember that? When XRP was, I'm sorry, when Doge was pumping, I'm buying more Doge. Buying Doge here. Sold on my quant for Doge. Deploying more capital. Doge pumping. And look what happened. All down from that. Currently, you're down at least 40 to 50%. At least 40 to 50%. All based on stupidity. This is what happens when you don't use charts, folks. You're going to get burned 10 out of 10. But we zoom in here a little bit. Let me just pull another Doge chart up because this is hella annoying. You know what? I got one right over here. Hang on. Let me go. Let's use the Coinbase one. Nice and clean. I don't have anything drawn on that. So interestingly enough, back in October, this actually broke the downtrend line, right? Back in October. And it made a nice little run up, which got everybody super excited, and they all bought the top. Yeah, I remember that. From there, we actually created a fallen wedge, which broke right here. That was very nice. But now, as you see, Not too much to talk about right here. It's just kind of driving sideways, which sucks. All right, I understand that, and I wish it wasn't happening. Let's put the Bollinger Bands up there because I want you to see how tight the Bollinger Bands are. Bollinger Bands help us see volatility and when it'll be coming in and when it won't. When these Bollinger Bands are very, very tight together, that tends to indicate the price action or volatility may pick up. All right, and as you see, Bollinger Bands are getting tighter here. All right, so are we over the 200? Are we under the 200? I was just talking about that on XRP. What about Dogecoin? Well, here we are, over the 200 moving average. Excellent. This is not the same position that you saw XRP in, is it? As a matter of fact, XRP was down here, well under the 200, flirting with failing. So now, even though you have an 8 and 21 downward cross, you're still sitting over the 200 moving average. You're still not in a bad spot here. What I would do if it were me, and I'm not a financial advisor, it's not financial advice, I would look to add into my position or potentially buy around that 200 moving average because it appears like it's trying to get there. Now, don't know that for sure, and don't take my words as the be-all end-all because I'm just a guy. That kind of looks like where this is pointing. There are other ones that look similar to this, like Ethereum Classic has a similar look to this. Let's go through a little bit of charts here and show you that some of these have performed very well, and some of them are kind of lagging behind. Let's just give you some examples. The easiest example to pull up is Render. Look at this thing go. So back in October, I'll take these indicators off for a moment here. Back in October and November, she actually broke the big bear line here, but immediately rejected back under it. Now, you will have false breakouts. That's just part of the game. Nothing is perfect, and I wish everything was perfect, but it's not. You got a false breakout here, which went right back under the trend line, failed, and broke. Honestly, I thought this may be another false breakout on Render. I didn't buy this one, and it shot up in a very impressive manner all the way to the what appears to be January to April area of 22 resistance. And currently, it's hitting that resistance and failing. As you see, I drew a bit of a bull flag right here. This thing formed a double top. As you see, one top, two top, in a wedge, failed the wedge, and now she's pulling back. We're able to put a fib on this and see how far back she may come. So I talk about this all the time, starting with the weekly and working your way down. So I'm going to switch to the weekly first, and then we'll work our way down the set here and see if we can't get all our information. So we'll start at the top. We'll pull to the bottom. All right. You see we're flirting with the 50 fib right now on the weekly time frame. In fact, it's trying its best to hang on to it. So if it can hang on to 158.36 by the end of the week, excellent. If it can't, this becomes our new range and our new target area. $1.05 to $1 becomes the new area of insistence because that's our current zone. If we fail this red line right here, that red line is the 50 Fibonacci line. If we fail that line, we're going to come back to the next line. That's just the way the mathematic works. So let's assume that we have a top for a moment and just say, hey, we're bound for failure here. Let's pull a new fib on it from the bottom up and see how far back she could retrace. All right. So I've got a few points of interest here. This becomes my first one, $1.14, because that's the 382 fib, and we've seen a lot of that lately. Next most important one, the 50 fib, which would be a bounce up line. If we hit this line and bounced up and got back over this 114 area, this would indicate that we can go up higher. It's also where support is from that October or November area. This is likely to be where our next spot for a chance at retribution on buying this would be for Render. I don't know that it for sure will come back this far. Just waiting to see. We have a clear-cut trend line right here on a lower time frame. It would be like a 2-hour or 4-hour. That's where that trend line would be more valid. But you could simply play the break here. Wait to see a break of a trend, which has not happened yet. Hasn't happened. Once this thing breaks trend, you can talk about buying again and seeing about riding up a little higher. Until then, we're hammering down and getting smashed downward by this white trend line right here. I need to see it improve first. Very basic. Fix it. Once it's fixed, we can roll over and start trying something new, okay? Not until then. Are there any other assets that have outperformed down there everything else? Yes, there are. VRA. VRA looks very similar. However, as you see on the big weekly time frame, she slipped back under 382 right here. And our next zone of support is back down here at around 0.0066-ish, somewhere around in here. We'll see if it can hold this area. If it can hold that and potentially make a higher high, excellent. I'll be watching very carefully on VRA because I missed the entry for this, honestly. And I shouldn't have because it was one of the top performers. But, hey, man, you can't look at them all. You can't see them all. You can't see everything. I even did a video on VRA stating that I would be buying it, and I still missed it, right? That's just part of the game. Good news is I bought plenty of other ones. It's whatever. It's not the end of the world. There's plenty of other coins to make money on. We've proven that time and time again. So once this line right here breaks, I could understand potentially scaling back in or getting into it completely because I don't have any right now. And I said I would buy some. And I'm kind of trying to keep my word. So, all right, that's half of the show gone already. Let's go see what you guys are saying and asking real fast. All right, Sam, what's up, brother? Good to see you. XRP said, damn, I'm late. Well, I'm sorry, bro. DTF, downtown Fullerton. You're stupid, dude. So if the sideline's best to take a nibble if it touches the trend line. I've been waiting for the dip like forever, right? I don't hate that thought process. If we tag that trend line, that's good risk reward, which you talk about all the time. It's a risk, but it's a good reward for the risk. And if you've got that, well, that's kind of what you need. I probably need locked up for a while. Throw a caddy. Stupid dude. Feel bad as a bonus. All right. I'm not going to say that. That's pretty good. More ice. Charlie Murphy. Bro, you understand what a habitual line stepper is, Rugsy. Could you look at CRO and AGIX? Yes, I can. Let me write those down real quick. AGIX. Darkness. Frank knows what's up. Doge 247 says, better late than never. What's up, Cycling Cotton? If and when XRP has a violent move up or down when a ruling comes from the judge in the SEC versus Ripple case, and you don't predict it, will you admit the news can move assets? Perfect question, Doge 247. I'm happy to admit when I'm wrong, but I could give two shits about an SEC case that has been dragging on for 2 years now and is likely to continue dragging on for another 3 to 5 years. All your hopes and dreams depend on a case that may never get resolved, that has zero incentive to get solved. This is the problem with everybody who's pinning their hopes and dreams on what people think. 90% of this, 90% of this is bots. It's not people. Stop. Don't blame me for telling you what the truth is. I know you don't like me when I say these things because XRP is your favorite asset or Doge is your favorite asset, whatever that is. No one wants to hear me talk bad about what they think is the greatest thing ever. I want you to understand that I don't care what the asset is. I want to make money on it. I don't care what the asset is. I want to make money on it. I want you to make money on it with me. I don't get upset no matter what. If we have a violent move down, I will be happy to report that, and I'll tell you where it's going to stop. If we have a violent move up, I'll be happy to tell you where that's going to stop. The history of how we have traded XRP speaks for itself. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to, after this show, whether you love me or hate me, I don't care, okay? It's nothing personal for me. I want you to go back and I want you to look through the live streams of every single live stream I've done. I want you to go all the way back to 2020 in November, and I want you to find the live stream that I did of XRP, okay? On the XRP thumbnail, it's a picture of Neil deGrasse Tyson going, I don't know, man, I'm out. 2 days later, the SEC case happened. We were out and gone, moved away from the asset. And there are people in here that can account to what I said. There are people in here that can account to what I said because they were in the Telegram group when I did it. And I sold all my XRP. I sold it all. Sold every bit of it. 2 days before that court case happened because we knew it was time to sell before that ever happened. I then rebought my XRP, which everybody in the Telegram group that's over here on the right can account to. Then I messed up and I actually sent it to the wrong address, so I couldn't even sell it when I wanted to the second time, which actually worked out and made me more money. Then we did live streams about slippage, how Coinbase was fucking everybody over. We did videos on how to move it from Coinbase to somewhere else because we knew Coinbase was going to get cheeky with this shit and take it off their exchange. We did all kind of stuff about XRP. I don't hate it. I promise you I don't. It's how I started. I talk about my story about XRP, right? I talk about how I first bought XRP and was told all these wonderful, glorious things about it. And it never lived up to a single one of them. Later on, I learned that all the people who were telling me this were financially invested in it. And they really, really, really wanted the price to go back up because they were getting butt fucked from 2017. All the same people that I pinned my hopes and dreams on had no idea what they were doing. And I had to rewrite what I was doing and figure out what I did wrong, which 100% was my fault. And I owned my mistake. I don't want anyone to sit here and blame anyone else for what they do. I want you to own what you've done or haven't done. There's no way that I've done the math on this. The first day I ever bought XRP was in September 2018 when I bought at 28 cents. Right now, the price of XRP is 38 cents. I would have $6,000 plus 20%. Congratulations. Would I be able to live off of that? No, I wouldn't. Would I be able to do the things we did with that? No, I wouldn't. So I don't want you to think I'm taking this personally, and I don't want you to think that I'm giving to you the way I am to be a dick. It's not like that. I just want you to see the light. That's all. I want you to see the light. I'm going to continue saying what I was saying because I've come off as a bit of a rant, but it wasn't. We love you, Keith. Who was the one who said, don't marry your choices, marry your coins, just date them? If you're waiting on the SEC to turn XRP around, that means you're not only married, but also doing counseling. That's pretty good. You were right. You were out the right after the FLF snapshot. You knew it was going to, I knew it was going to retrace. Correct. I tried to sell and I tried to rebuy, and that's when Coinbase got cheeky and everybody got real slick. I remember that. That's that live stream that I did. There's a reason, right? Rug, I love when a noob asks a silly question and Keith goes to pound town. It's not a silly question though, Rug. Love you, brother. There's no silly questions here. These are the questions that I want people to ask so they can understand, right? It's the questions that not many people are willing to talk about. I'm super happy that my man even asked the question over here, okay? Because most of the time, people just lurk and they don't talk. And they act like I'm some awful person that's not going to talk to them. I'm just a regular dude. I answer every single DM, folks. Name another influencer that answers every single DM. You can't. Let's see. Peter, what's up, brother? Good to see you, Peter. Hijacked a perfectly good stream. You're stupid, dude. We chart so we don't have to suffer the news. And I used to be one of those XRP hodlers holding out, waiting for the case to end. Yeah, man. A good thing to think about, which someone explained to me, probably it was in 2019, before I had stopped drinking the Kool-Aid. He said, do you think you're going to be rich off of XRP? And I said, well, I think it has the possibility to make you rich. I'm going to record this because if I can remember saying this. He asked me, do you think you're going to be rich off of XRP? And I said, well, I think crypto and XRP also has the ability to make you rich. Yeah. He said, do you realize everybody on Twitter thinks that? And I was like, not everybody. He's like, look up XRP Twitter. Everybody thinks they're going to be filthy beyond rich, extremely lucratively wealthy off of 1 XRP, 2 XRP. Do you realize that's not going to happen, right? If everybody thinks it's going to happen, it's not going to happen. That's not how it works. He said, when is the last time that you remember everybody thinking they were going to be rich and they actually got rich? And the answer in the history of ever is never. It's never happened and it never will. And it took me a while to grasp that, to admit to myself that I might be fucked up here. I might have screwed up. I remember talking to an influencer who I won't mention here. And I remember the day I was talking about it and calling it XRP stablecoin because it was just going dead sideways. And I remember thinking, whatever gains I make from these other tokens from trading, I'm just going to buy more XRP. Like an idiot, right? And then XRP went down to 11 cents after that. And he clearly said it was going to be $7 by the end of the month beforehand. And before that, it was going to be $589. because you don't understand. Just when they flip the switch, we're all going to get rich. Right. So the adults have to understand that that's not the way the world works. It's just not the way the world works. I wish it did. And I wish that we could all do this, but it's just not the case. Also, Doge 247, please come over to the Discord and talk to me about it. Right here's our Discord link, 786unlimited.com. Also down below is our Discord link. Our Discord's there on 786unlimited.com, plus our Launchpass link. Get on there. You don't have to pay anything. Just come over there. It's free for the general chat, and you can DM me back and forth, and I'll show you a breakdown of exactly what I'm talking about, and we can talk about it all day, every day. I don't mind. Like I said, I answer every single DM. I'm just a guy. I'm nobody special. I do not hold myself in some nice, amazing, high throne regard above everyone else. I'm just a guy. I don't want to be any more than that. I hang out with y'all. We Zoom multiple times a week and just sit on a Zoom and talk crypto and get drunk and look at charts, right? We talk about anything you want to talk about. That's the beauty of what we do. I want that message to be spread everywhere. And if you want to buy and sell XRP, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. But we'll have a buy signal or a sell signal before any of that ever happens. By the way, I still not got a single flare. Can you pull up the Flare DeFi site and see if you can? Anybody ever get their Flare NFT? No. Right. It's all horse shit. It really is. And I wish it wasn't, but I mean, yeah. Ifs and buts, candy and nuts, the whole story. So, I think my problem here is that you're clearly emotional about XRP and you repeatedly say no emotions. To be honest, you're emotional about it, bro. All right. So I don't know if you noticed this, but just yesterday or the day before, I put something good about XRP on Twitter. This is the problem. I'm not emotional about it. Like I said, I'll buy and sell it. I'll buy and sell it. If I can make money on it, I'm going to make money on it. But I'm also smart enough to be able to do the TA and see that it's going to make less money than others. It's just the way it is. TA has to be respected no matter what. It is what it is, man. It's not you. It's bots. It's not me. It's bots. We don't have control over it. No one does. Short of the people running the electrical company. That's about the only ones that can stop. Or the internet, right? If they cut the internet off, that would be different. I would give you that. But aside from that, that's it. Yeah, I need you to understand that I'm not emotional about it all over. I'm emotional about a couple things. My kids, the kids that I claim, fiance, emotional about that. I'm emotional about my sports teams, right? Rocking the Braves shirt tonight. I stay emotional about that stuff, even though I shouldn't. But I'm not emotional at all about XRP, man. Again, real quick, this is going to be bright for everybody's eyes, and I'm sorry. Right here, sorry. I have a video that I did about XRP. Right here. My first 5 bull market coins. Okay. You want to know what's on this list? XRP is on here. I'm going to share this. No, it's not. It's on the second one. I lied. It's on the second one. Sorry. Let's go down to this one. This is the one with XRP in it.
iTrust Capital is a tax-advantaged crypto IRA
I don't remember.
platform.
Either way,
Signing up is free, and
one
only
of them
1%
is XRP,
transaction
and I will
fees.
share this to the thing right now. Paste. Bam. I said right there that I expect XRP to go to X dollar during the bull market. SEC case or not, there you go. I'm here for you, brother. I want to make money with you. It's not like you think. I want to make money with you. I don't know what else to say. No, I don't want anybody to leave. That's the thing, man. This is what I appreciate. I appreciate people coming on here and at least talking about it. Man, come on, right? You don't have to agree with me, and it's okay. I don't have to agree with you, but it's fine. We're adults. I want people to come on and chop it up. You don't get enough people that do this. You really don't. We can dedicate some live streams to XRP if you'd like, but I'm not going to give you the same bullshit that everybody else gives you. I'm just not going to do that. You can find any amount of bullshit you want on YouTube about your favorite asset. It doesn't mean its price is going to go up. It doesn't help anything. The only thing it ever does is get your feelings hurt. Been there, done that, lived that life. I'm almost 40 years old in a couple months, man. Do you really want to be me? 6 years ago, wishing that I was going to be rich and never actually doing anything? Or do you want to capture that moment and make something of it, right? I don't want anyone to fall into this rut where they never have anything to show for it. I want everybody to get paid, man. And it was the second video, not the first one. I shared it right over there so everyone can watch it. Again, I'm not an XRP hater. I'm really not. I'm just smart enough to know that there are other assets that are going to do much better, just like last bull run and the one before that. Okay. So CRO. I love it. I really do, man. I appreciate the back and forth. I know you may think I'm upset or whatever. I'm not, dude. This makes me happy. It makes me happy. This is what adults can do versus children, right? We can be adults and talk about shit. Kids can't do that. So, two things about CRO. First and foremost, same position as XRP stuck under the 200 moving average, right? See that? Pinned down under that 200. You haven't broken that yet. Please understand that there's never been a bull market where the price was under the 200 moving average. It's just not the way it works, okay? That's on a daily, but really we're talking weekly 200 moving average. This is not over the weekly 200 moving average, not even close. So that needs to flip first, right? Hasn't happened. It's going to take a bit. We're going to need some time there. CRO did hit the 200 and wick down. Now, I almost sold some of this, but I thought there may be a possibility that this thing pushes a little farther up there toward that yellow box, that Fibonacci line there. I just didn't quite make it. Good news here is you're still over the 821 EMA, and not only did you break this little short-term downtrend right here that I was talking about with some of the other assets, like I showed you Render and VRA a minute ago. So CRO also has this going for it. Whether you pull the trend line to here or to here, still over both of those. So both of those still look decent. Like it could be in a worse spot, honestly. It could be. I don't like the fact that it hit that 200 and kind of rolled back like that. But I think there's a possibility we push a little closer to it regardless. And we're going to see, like I showed that total market cap chart. If that rolls over and comes back, well, that's going to lead us toward everything else kind of matriculating down and rolling back some as well. One thing at a time, though. You know what I mean? That's kind of what I see on CRO. And as you see, that's my real buy line right there, everybody. Again, something else you're not going to get from most influencers. There's my real buy line. That's really where I bought. Like, I don't have time to bullshit you guys. I'm just a normal person like y'all. Nobody's special. I remember when at the height of the bull market last time, when I was doing like 6 or 7 consults a day, I had some people come on a consult. It was like 5 of them, 5 people sitting in a room together. And they were like, oh my God. I was like, what? They're like, it's you. I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like looking behind me and stuff like, and they're like, no, it's you. You're the people we watch on YouTube. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm sorry. I'm just Keith. And they were kind of starstruck for like 5 minutes. And they went on and on. I'm like, bro, it's fine. I'm just a dude. It's no worries. I want to do things different than everyone else on YouTube. And if that costs me people and costs me people not wanting to subscribe and not wanting to listen, well, that's fine. That's fine. I understand that. I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass. I don't have time for it. I'm getting too old. As you see, my hairline is receding, bro. I'm about to have to shave all of it off and give up. I'm too old for the bullshit, and I'm too old for the games, man. We all grown-ass adults. We can make it together, though. All right, so that's my CRO look. AGIX. I haven't looked at this one in a while. I like when we get all the way into it. So, Doge 247, bro, I salute you. Thank you. I salute you, and I thank you for coming on here and at least chopping it up with me. Real talk doesn't happen enough, and I don't know if you're still here, and I don't know if you'll even watch this back, but I appreciate you coming on here regardless. It's super awesome that people are willing to even talk about it. Thank you. Salute. And if you can't have a little moonshine with it, what are you doing, right? One more drink. This shit's pretty good. By the way, after this, we have a Zoom. I've got another Sphere Ice Cube ready because we're going to drink some more. I brought 2 in here knowing good and well this is going to be a long Zoom after. So I'm ready to get hammered. AGIX appears to have failed this trend line. Jogging right like this. The Bollinger Bands are going to, if I look at the Bollinger Bands, they're going to be tight right now. So let me do myself a favor here and zoom out first before I make a decision on this of saying the wrong friggin' thing. My God, AGIX has gotten all the way up to August 21 already. Is this the full chart? I feel like it's not. I feel like I'm missing data. Maybe I'm not missing data. You can always go to CoinTrader and look and see where all the data is. And there you go. There's some more data, by God. That's still not what I want to see. AGIX, Singularity Dollar. Yeah, that was the top. Oh, look at there. How about that? Nope. There we go. So back to 1821. So yeah, we're almost breaching bull market all-time highs. How about that? AGIX has had one hell of a run. Pretty damn impressive. This would be the first asset that broke this hard. Last time it was Litecoin that did this, and Litecoin had no anything special happen for it at all, but made one hell of a run. Man, AGIX was the most beautiful thing ever. This is in Sniper's Alley, so I kind of expect this one to slow down here and at least come back to 35.4. Yeah, man, this thing went wild. The fact that it did what it did so violently gives me pause. I immediately look at this and think that this may roll back some. It's gone so far, so fast. And you have recently broken that trend line. Yeah, I'm not as excited about this one as I am CRO. In fact, I'm more leaning toward the hold up and wait a minute side on AGIX if it were my money. That's kind of what I deduct from this. I don't really need to see all these other indicators that know what kind of happened here. Weekly, way overbought. Yeah, I'm good on this one. I'm good on this one. That one's getting marked off for me. CRO, I'm going to put a square around and a star because I may come back and look at that. And I really did do that, right? Shit, that's bright. There you go. I put a square around CRO and a star, and then I drew a cross through AGIX because I write everything that I do down to make sure I go back and check myself to see how right or wrong I was. And I'm never always right. That's not the truth either. I miss sometimes, and I'm wrong sometimes. Good luck finding other influencers that'll say, yeah, I was wrong. I'm wrong sometimes, everybody. Whatever, man. If I had 100% accuracy, I wouldn't be here, would I? Exactly. All right, so fuck, I lost my place. Danny Deep Pockets, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Where's the general consensus on trading on weekends? Bad idea to do it with wonky volatility. All right, Daniel Kuntz, here's the problem with trading on weekends. You never quite know what you're going to get. The odds are almost 50-50 that you're going to have a good weekend or a bad weekend. So what I like to do is, personally for me, I like to chill on the weekends. I try not to look at charts too much on the weekends. Try to hang out with the fam, with the kids, with the dog. Try not to think about work for a little bit. And this helps me have a more clear perspective when I get to the weekday. And I'm not saying that you should do that, right? Do your own thing. Seriously, do your own thing. I try not to trade on the weekend too much, honestly. I still sucker myself into doing it sometimes, especially if I see a good setup and I'm trying to be unemotional. Okay? But, I mean, for me, I don't recommend it for myself. So take what you want out of that, right? What's the bottom, 28 or 33? Yeah, good question, E4 Rockin'. 28, 30, and 33. Also for XRP, I think the low may come in at around a quarter, because that level, 30 to 25 cent for XRP, is very, very strong. It's been that way since 2018, right? That level, or 2017, is kind of maintained right there, 25 to 30 cents. So I wouldn't expect to go too far away from that number. And we're not far from it now, right? 2023, the back end of 2023, I think will be a little hard on XRP and all of the ISO 20022 bullshit, right? And the reason I say bullshit is because anything can be added to or taken off that list at any time. And the whole list is nothing but speculation anyway. And I don't like that. While I'm at it, let me pull up the ISO chart. I got nose is itching, sorry. Pull up the ISO tokens chart. Now, I haven't added everything to this, but this is a good example of ISO tokens, right? A large majority of it's XRP anyway. But here you go. Big bear market line that I just explained for everything else. As you see, ISO tokens are still stuck under this big bear market. You did come down to the red box where I wanted it to see it come down to, which is good. However, we're sticking our head down past farther than I wanted to see it go. I want to see this break. May to June to July should be where we see it top out at. And if the levels come out to where I think they were, this 382 level of 0.03 right here, or the 50 fib 0.03, and there's a difference right here, but mathematically the chart can't pick up the math of what I put into the ticker symbol. So that's not really the point. The point is it's still down below this big bear market line. These coins are always habitual line steppers, right? They always take forever to get moving. And again, HBAR is on my list, XDC, XRP, XLM, all of them to buy on the bull market. It's not like I'm hating on them or anything. I just don't buy the bullshit. I don't buy the hype. I don't do hype at all. My jacket is made from Brad Garlinghouse mama's pubic hair. That's pretty good. Let's see. I appreciate you being honest that your eyes are still under the 200 moving average hairline. Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, I think he's making fun of my hair a little bit too, which is perfectly fine because I make fun of my hair all the time. Yeah, my hair is definitely under the moving average, for real. All right, on the other hand, make a mistake on the Sundays is an ouch. Yep. Right. After 40 advice, never waste a hard on, never pass a bathroom, never ever trust a fart. Solid advice. That's pretty good. Let's see. Time to short AGIX. I'm not going to short it because I don't want to short during all this, but I don't hate it. All right, Daniel Koontz, brother. We'll watch the rest of this stream tomorrow morning. Can you check LRC? Yeah, let me look at Loop Ring real quick. I know you're getting off here, but you're probably going to watch this back. So let's go through it real quick. And you know what? Something else I'd like to do is some of these videos on YouTube have a time lapse ticker underneath to kind of show you what's what and when's when. My videos don't have that, and I'm not exactly sure how to do that yet, but I think it'd be helpful for people. So I got to look into that. Loop Ring may or may not have broken this trend line. Tough spot. Well, didn't mean to hit that. My fault. Indicators are all divergence downward. Trend still hasn't broken yet. Okay, so let's do this. If we don't snap up above this line in the next day or two, right, then our next target is 0.374. That would be the next available stopping point if we don't hold this white line, which may or may not be valid because it's very tight. It's right on the ragged edge. I don't hate taking a chance on when we hit trend lines like this. I mean, I don't. But I fear that this thing may fail on you. So, you know, just practice safe trading. Obviously, my line's way down here, $250. So whatever. I'm well in the green here. I'm not too much stressed about it. Quant seems coiled up, and yeah, Quant's an interesting chart. Been looking at this one too. Sitting on top of that 50 fib like that is excellent. That's the big weekly 50 fib. Hasn't failed it yet, and it's still on this trend line. This trend line goes all the way back to June. All right, it's been riding up since then. 3 hits on it, possibly 4 hits on it. Still hasn't failed. I don't hate taking a chance here. Not only did you break this and stayed above on this upper trend, you had a downtrend right here that broke, and now you've back tested it and hit that same little V that I'm hoping total market cap hit. As you see, this one already hit it. So cool. I'm here for it. Let's see it perform a little bit better now. Right there's that V I was talking about right in here. Want to see that balance out and ride up. One step at a time, though. One step at a time, though. Let's not get over ourselves. That's my really buy line. As you see, I'm down just a little bit on Quant. But I don't panic. That's part of the game, right? I have my stop loss set. If it kicks me, it kicks me. No big deal. You don't always win. That's the way this world works. So let's see. Will AI crypto be the next great rallies in this next one? Good question, Don. I don't like going with the hype, and there's a lot of hype around it right now. And I think you're going to see some of this AI chat stuff peel back a little bit, especially when everybody starts copying it. You know, I think Facebook made the mistake of falling for the metaverse trap. They changed their fucking company name to Meta. It's easy to fall into those traps. AI coins, though, let's everybody get a list together. DM me your list, and I'll look at mine, and we can compare them. That's what I like to do, man. That's charts 101, right? I don't know anything that you guys don't already know that you haven't told me, or if I haven't told you, you don't know, right? So this is how we communicate. We're adults. We can make it happen. I finally got a reminder on your stream tonight. Last few weeks, I didn't get one. Oh, sweet. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that, dude. It's weird. Question to the drugstore employee. Where is the safe trading products? You're stupid. Do you have a standard percent for setting stop loss? I've been putting mine too close and seem to be getting hit. Yeah, I like 7 to 10%. However, if the recent low is much lower than that, you're either too late to the buy or you're going to have a bigger risk. So my stop loss on this one is underneath this recent low wick right here. I'm down here on this stop loss, I think at 125.75 or something like that. I like to go under the recent low because if that low breaks, you're likely going to make a lower low down here somewhere, and getting out there was a decent spot to get out. That's what I like to do. Anyway, thank you all for watching. I appreciate every single one of you coming on here. Thank you, Doge247, for your interactions and back and forth. And I know why you don't agree with me. That's perfectly fine. We don't have to agree on everything. Agreement is not required. Thank you for watching. I'll leave y'all with two things. Next week we'll be back. That's not part of it. We'll be back on Tuesday like our normal time. First, make the best of your todays, the worst of your tomorrows. Okay? Please work on that. That's Jay-Z. And lastly, in the words of the late great Notorious B.I.G., thank you for being here. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me talking bullshit and crypto. Thank you. I'll see y'all on the next live stream. Sky's the limit. Be good, y'all. I'm out. Peace.